We played this festival last year and it's one of the first festivals we ever played. And it's so great to see how far we've come in the year that we've been touring together. Probably Death, because it seems to be our hit, and I don't know why. In most places in the world it hasn't been our highest charting single or anything, but it's just everyone knows it and everyone looks forward to it live, and we look forward to playing it live, so it always gets a good response.
It was really the demo of that song that kind of, you know, got us a record deal, got us, you know, first few shows and everything. It really kind of started to make waves for us. So yeah, you know, as it suggests, it's an uplifting take on the fear of dying. About 6 or 7 hours a day.
Probably 3-4 days a week, maybe 5. Yeah. Like at the very beginning of the band, we only had 2 songs, obviously, and we wanted to make sure we had a whole set's worth of material. We wanted to make sure that it was good as well. So we spent a lot of time writing and rehearsing for that first show. Yeah. So yeah, when we get this touring finished, you know, and we're going to be finished in December this year. Next year, early next year, we're going to start writing some new material, and we're very, very much looking forward to that.
I think that's going to be actually really refreshing to have a kind of, you know, more 9-to-5 regime, and, you know, really get our heads down and start, I don't know, start making this kind of elusive concept of a second album a little more tangible.
When is the last time you've been home for any extended period of time?
We were home, we played Fuji Rock Festival this year, which I guess was 2 weeks ago, and before we flew to Japan, we were home for 3 hours. I think it's great when we get a morning or an afternoon to go and explore where we are, especially if it's somewhere completely new.
Yeah.
You know, it's amazing to be so far away from home and to experience new things, and I think that's one of the best things about touring.